My dear, you don't know me, yet once you do, forgiveness becomes a stranger to your heart. I am the storm you never saw coming, fierce and unforgiving beneath my quiet skin. Behind every smile, a shadow of a past that no one deserves to understand. To know me is to meet the wildfire I've buried beneath years of silence. Love me from afar. Close, I unravel the parts even angels fear to touch. You think you see me, but I'm the pain your soul warned you about. Forgiveness dies where the truth burns brightest. Welcome to the fire you'll never escape. I carry ghosts you'll never meet, but will haunt your dreams forever. The deeper you dig, the darker the wounds that never healed. I am the heartbreak you weren't ready to feel and won't forget. Beneath my calm, a tempest rages. Love me carefully or not at all. My scars speak louder than any apology I'll ever give. You won't forgive the parts of me that still bleed in the moonlight. I am both your salvation and your inevitable regret. The closer you get, the more you'll wish you hadn't tried. I am a riddle wrapped in silence, and forgiveness is the last answer. Every truth I carry is a weight that crushes the light you tried to bring. I loved deeply enough to break both our hearts. Know me, and you will understand why some wounds never close. I'm the shadow in your brightest moments, quietly unraveling your peace. Forgiveness is a luxury I never asked for, nor will ever give. Loving me means wrestling with your own darkness until dawn breaks. I am the silence screaming louder than your kindest words. Beneath my skin, a battlefield no truce will ever claim. You won't forgive the way I loved too fiercely and too flawed. I am the truth you feared and the regret you'll carry silently. To know me is to face your own demons mirrored in my eyes. I am the wound that never found a cure in your embrace. Forgiveness dies in the shadows where my secrets live. Love me if you dare. My heart's a maze with no exit. I am the echo of every broken promise you didn't hear. My love is a lesson written in tears you weren't ready to read. I carry the weight of every goodbye you never wanted to say. To forgive me, you must first survive the storms I bring. I am the ache that teaches you the true cost of love. You don't know me, but my absence will haunt your forever. I loved you enough to destroy the peace we once had. Beneath my quiet lies a chaos you'll never understand. Forgiveness is the ghost that will never rest between us. My love was the fire that burned your wings, not your soul. I am the shadow of a love that slipped through your fingers. You won't forgive me because I loved you with reckless honesty. I am the pain wrapped in your sweetest memories. To know me is to carry the weight of unspoken regrets. I am the silence that shattered every promise we made. Love me carefully. I am the storm disguised as calm. You don't know me, and maybe it's better that way. I am the regret whispered in the spaces between your breaths. Forgiveness is a stranger lost in the maze of my heart. I am the heartbreak you tried to deny but could never escape. To forgive me, you must first face the darkness I carry. I loved you fiercely and left wounds too deep to heal. You won't forgive me because I am the truth you feared. My silence screams louder than the apologies I never made. I am the shadow that lingers in your brightest days. Love me from a distance. Close, I unravel your peace. I carry the storms you never saw coming inside my soul. Forgiveness dies where my secrets quietly bleed. You don't know me. Soon you'll fear the truth of my love. I am the ache you carry in your quietest moments. To know me is to embrace the chaos beneath my calm. I loved you with a fury that broke both our hearts. Forgiveness will never find me in the ruins I left behind. I am the ghost of love you tried to forget. You won't forgive me because my love was too raw, too real. My wounds tell stories your heart wasn't ready to hear. I am the silence that followed the loudest goodbyes. Love me carefully. I am both your blessing and your curse. You don't know me, and in that ignorance lies your safety. I am the truth you wish you never uncovered. Forgiveness is a door I've long since closed for us. I loved you beyond reason and lost us to the madness. You won't forgive me because I am the storm you survived. My love was a wound that refused to heal with time. I am the shadow you see when you close your eyes. To know me is to know the price of a broken soul. I am the silence that haunts the spaces you left behind. Forgiveness is a language we stopped speaking long ago. I loved you enough to shatter every illusion you held. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. You don't know me yet. The truth will change everything you believe. I am the ache that turns your heart into a battlefield. Forgiveness is a broken compass lost in the wilderness of our souls. I am the silence screaming through the cracks of your heart. Love me from the distance where my shadows can't touch you. I carry storms you'll never survive, but can't stop wanting. You don't know me, but you'll feel the weight of my absence. I am the wound that never healed, bleeding through every memory. Forgiveness died where my truth shattered your fragile illusions. I loved you fiercely, then vanished like smoke in the wind. I am the ghost that lingers when every light fades. To know me is to walk through fire without fear of burning. You won't forgive me because I loved without knowing how to stay. I am the silence between every word we failed to say. Love me carefully. I'm a wildfire disguised as a lullaby. You don't know me, and that ignorance is your only shield. I carry the night's cold where your warmth once lived. Forgiveness is a path I closed before you even arrived. I am the storm you chased until you lost your way. I loved you enough to break us both, then walked away. You won't forgive me because I loved you with reckless abandon. I am the shadow haunting the edges of your peace. To know me is to know the price of raw, wild love. My silence is the echo of every promise I failed to keep. Love me from afar, close. I unravel your carefully built walls. You don't know me, but soon you'll understand why I left. I am the ache in your chest that no cure can find. Forgiveness is a ghost I refuse to chase anymore. I loved you with the fury of 1,000 storms. I am the silence that screamed louder than any battle cry. You won't forgive me because I am the truth you fear most. To know me is to dive deep into a sea of wounds. I carry the fire that burns brightest when no one is watching. Love me carefully, or you'll get lost in my wildfire. You don't know me, but my absence will echo forever. I am the pain you tried to hide, but never could. Forgiveness died in the place where my honesty crushed your dreams. I loved you beyond reason, beyond forgiveness, beyond return. I am the shadow dancing in the corners of your mind. To know me is to confront your own darkness reflected back. My silence is the wound that never fully healed. Love me from a distance. Close, I'll unravel your soul's thread. You don't know me, and maybe that's the only kindness left. I am the storm you'll never tame but can't forget. Forgiveness is a door I slammed shut with every broken promise. I loved you so fiercely, it shattered us both to dust. You won't forgive me because I loved you too deeply to hold on. I am the echo of every regret that lingers in your heart. To know me is to walk through the fire and still stand. My silence screams louder than words ever could. Love me carefully. I'm the calm before your storm. You don't know me, but my scones will tell your story too. I am the ache hiding beneath your brightest smiles. Forgiveness is a dream lost in the storm of my truth. I loved you with a fire no apology could ever cool. I am the shadow you see when you close your eyes tight. You won't forgive me because I loved without asking permission. To know me is to see the wounds no one else could heal. I carry the night where your light once lived in peace. Love me from afar or get lost in my wildfire close. You don't know me, but soon you'll wish you never tried. I am the silence that follows the loudest goodbyes. Forgiveness died where my truth shattered your fragile hope. I loved you enough to break the pieces you held dear. I am the ghost living in the shadows of your memories. To know me is to face your own darkest fears and failings. My silence is the wound that time forgot to heal. Love me carefully. I am the storm beneath your calm sea. You don't know me, and maybe it's better that way. I am the pain you carry in your quietest moments alone. Forgiveness is a story we stopped telling long ago. I loved you beyond what words can ever express or heal. You won't forgive me because I loved too hard and too wild. I am the shadow clinging to your brightest hope. To know me is to walk through fire without ever flinching. My silence speaks louder than every apology I never said. Love me from a distance. Close, I'll unravel your soul's thread. You don't know me, but soon you'll understand my scars. I am the ache in your heart that never fades away. Forgiveness died in the moment I loved too fiercely to hold. I loved you with the fury of 1,000 burning suns. I am the silence screaming through your dreams' darkest corners. You won't forgive me because I am the storm you survived but feared. To know me is to embrace chaos and find beauty in brokenness. My silence is the echo of every love I lost to fear. Love me carefully. I am both your shelter and your tempest. You don't know me, and that ignorance keeps you safe. For now, I am the wound no time nor love could ever heal.